This is John. He owns a business. John's business has grown, but he doesn't think he can afford to hire a full-time accounting staff. John was so buried in paperwork that he decided to handle it later because, well, there just wasn't enough time in the day to handle it. This is Jim. He too owns a business. Jim's business grew tremendously last year and he hired a full-time accounting staff. Jim was so happy about the success he had been having that he just bought a new house in Key Biscayne. This is Jeff. He owns a business too. He's always talking about how tough it was to get started and how he pinched every penny to build this business. I haven't been able to get his attention because he has a meeting this morning with his new bookkeeper. What do they all have in common? Well, John. John!
Yes?
I just got an email from the investors. They said they can't work with us without their recent financials being in order. And Jim. Well, what's the matter with him? He has been like this all week. First, he had to give the accounting staff their yearly raises, but he did this before realizing that they had made an error that cost him $10,000. And Jeff is ecstatic. He said he just saved like $100,000. Jeff, how did you do that?
I was going to hire a full-time accountant because my golfing buddy Jim told me that it only cost him $132,000 a year for his controller, and I shouldn't be running my company without one, or at least a bookkeeper, until I did my research. I felt like I had to because Jim obviously had some issues with his setup, and if I'm going to spend money, it will not be wasted. So I did my research and found out that while you could hire a bookkeeper, most do not have the education to do the work of the controller or CFO. They handle higher-end analytics and research, and they all cost money. A full-charge bookkeeper, $42,000. Staff accountant, $68,000. Controller, $185,000. Then you add the cost of PTO, benefits, overhead, and IT staff. Average cost, $26,000. Even if I only used one accountant with the title in-house controller to do all of the work, it would cost me $150,000 to $169,000. So I got a consultation from Marie. She offers alternatives for small business to get the job done correctly within a budget. Benefits of Marie Terasi, CPA as VCFO. She's going to set up our QuickBooks that can replace the bookkeeper, $72,000 a year value. This will also, with Marie's help and training, provide us with up-to-date financials, opens doors to investor and financing. She doesn't come with PTO, benefits, IT, or extra overhead. She's a contractor, $26,000 value. She charges a flat rate. I can truly budget that. And make sure we are error-free and compliant. She analyzes the data to find our strengths and weaknesses and gives us a financial game plan so that we can win all the time without spending extra time and money with no returns. Instead, we make more profits. And she will come in periodically and handle the job of Chief Financial Officer, who makes sure that everything is correct, compliant, and running smoothly. I'm going to give Jim her number so she can look into those mistakes his guys have been making. I sure am glad I let her come in for the consultation. I'm going to play golf with John and Jim. You hold down the fort, Shirley.
I wonder what Jeff is going to do with the extra $100,000. What would you do with it? Book your consultation call with Marie now.